All right, it is Monday, it is leg day. I'm not a big fan of leg day. Not that I don't like working out my legs, not that I don't want to have thick legs. It's just, it's painful, all right? Any other body part you work, even if you're sore, it doesn't affect everything else. But yes, when you work out legs really hard, it affects you for a couple of days. Even just going to use the bathroom can be a pain in the ass, pun intended. So anyhow, we get it done on Monday. We crush our legs on Monday. So that way, if I'm going to be sore, I'm going to be sore during my work week, not on my weekends when I'm going to be out with my wife having a good time. So let's get into it. We start off with some pre-exhaust of leg extensions. We're going to go 2 warm-up sets and then 1 set to failure, and we're doing a superset. So I'm going to pre-exhaust my quads with leg extensions. And here I am going to failure. And look, you know, I could bounce around on the seat all day and all that other good stuff just to get a couple more reps in, or I can use proper form to make sure the muscles are being worked out properly. And yes, it hurts. Yes, I hate it. And now I'm done. Moving on to. So after the pre-exhaust on the leg extensions, we went right into squats. Now, I'm not really using that much weight here, but because I've already exhausted myself with those leg extensions, 225 pounds was a little bit more weight than I could handle for a decent set. So here I am. I'm going to get about 4 reps in, and that really kicked my butt. And so I did a drop set, and I really wish I would have just gone with 185 or maybe 155 or something like that, so that I could give myself a good set with that weight. Because you'll see here, I'm getting ready for another rep. I'm like, nah, there's no way I'm going to get that. So because I was like, I'm not going to be happy with just 4 reps, I went ahead and took off a plate, and then I finished out the set. And you'll see here that I did a lot of reps. But taking your set to failure sometimes will mean doing something like a drop set. But again, lesson learned. I really should have just done a different weight. But I thought I could do 225 without much of a problem. And 4 reps, that's fine. But in my opinion, you're not going to really get much hypertrophy by just doing 4 reps on a given set. So I dropped those plates. Yeah, I could have maybe added the 25s or something like that, but sooner or later you start losing the mojo, if you will, of that set by taking too much time to add weight, drop weight, move weight, all that other stuff. So just dropped it down to 135 and just repped it out until I just could not get another good rep going on there. And that's kind of what high intensity means. Sometimes you got to just go crazy, and even with a lighter weight, you're just going to rep it out. And make sure your form, if you're not going past parallel, you're not doing a squat. So make sure your butt's getting as close to the ground as it can, and drive from the heels up. And there we go. There is our set. Now this next superset will really smoke your hamstrings. You're going to pre-exhaust. Pre-exhaust means doing an isolation exercise first, like the leg extensions isolated the quads, and then the compound movement was the squats. Pre-exhaust here with the hamstrings is going to be the leg extensions. I'm isolating. Notice I'm also holding that contraction. I'd say I'm holding it for a count of 3, but I'm probably just holding it for like maybe 1 or 2 seconds. But we're going to go to failure, meaning I cannot get another good rep in. And then I'm going to go to what will be the next exercise you'll see here in a second. I don't want to give it away because then I ruin the surprise, right? I'm kidding. But we're going to keep going. See, I have to take a breather here for a second to get another couple reps in. Don't be afraid to do that. If you know you're not going to be able to get a good quality rep in, but you're not done yet, take a second. Give yourself a couple breaths and then go for it. But if you know that you're not going to be able to get a good rep in without sacrificing form, that's when you've reached muscular failure. Now the next exercise are Romanian deadlifts with the dumbbells. Roll your shoulders back so you don't round your back, okay? Make sure you keep your back straight. You know, my form, I can see a couple times my form went a little bit bad, but that's when I would recognize it and I'd roll my shoulders back again. Keep your head looking forward on something, and that'll help you to not round your back out. All right? And you want to get your dumbbells about mid-shin level and bring it back up. Again, go into failure. Get your warm-up set in, and then take your set to failure. Last exercise, calf presses on a leg press machine. I feel I get a real good range of motion by using this calf press machine because I can just really get the stretch and the contraction. Take the set to failure again. You can probably get away with using a lot of weight on this. All right, I think I'm using 360 pounds on the machine itself, and however much the actual apparatus weighs. Again, I'm going to use some rest pause here because I was smoking myself, but I was like, no, I'm not going to be okay with this set. I need to get more reps in. So I took a breather, and then I pushed it back out, and I went for some more. All right. Sometimes you just got to push yourself past your breaking point. In fact, you always have to push yourself past your breaking point when you're training to failure. All right. Again, I'm saving a lot of time by doing this one set to failure thing as opposed to trying to do 4 or 5 sets to get the volume in. All right. There's proof that both things work, but let's just be honest, man. Most of us have things to do outside of the gym, so save yourself some time and kick your butt while you're in there. Take your set to failure, get the hypertrophy going on, go home and rest. So this was the last exercise, and I knew it was like, well, if I don't get this good a set in, I'm not going to be happy with myself. So I probably got close to 30 reps, and that's it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the next video, and I'll see you there.